and what do you prefer as an employee? Very interesting topic for all of us. So first of all, I would like to invite Tatiana herself. So please, ma'am, come.
Thank you. So welcome to today's session. We will discuss flexi and fixed timing. What is your view as employer or as employee? Let me first of all ask my panel team to introduce themselves so that we know who we are, and then we will start a discussion.
Hello, my name's Jacqueline Backay. I'm British, living in France, and I work for Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, a multinational American company.
Hello, my name is Angela Mortimer. I own my own company. We employ 160 people, and we supply permanent and temporary staff to approximately 700 clients on a weekly basis, and of course the candidates that go out to them.
Thank you, Angela. Nice knowing you. My name is Shachi Irde. I head the Catalyst in India. Catalyst is a non-profit organization involved in the research for women in the workforce. It's a 50-year-old American headquartered organization.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you move the slide, please? Next slide. So as an introduction, let me also introduce myself. My name is Tatiana. I am Russian. I lived in Germany, and now I live in France, and I work for HP Inc. Stay on this slide, please. Flexi timing is a really very close topic to me, because this is really what allowed me to stay and to work during almost 20 years. When I graduated university, I was like all Russian women at that time, about to start working as a teacher or as a doctor. And thanks to just a coincidence, I started to work in a small Russian company. At that time, there was not at all discussion about flex or standard working time, so we were supposed to be there at 8 o'clock and finish at 6. I got my first child, and I stayed at home a while, but I cannot stay too long, so I really was looking to go back to the office again. Thanks to my mother, I could allow it. So I started to work, and my mom was taking care full-time of my first son. I'm a working mom, so now I have 4 children, and I can tell you I managed all my career, and I am almost 20 years at HP, only thanks to flexi timings. So time which I could plan myself, and I could be very flexible. I will not go too much into details, but just to let you know that in the very beginning, indeed, I needed a lot of support of people. When I moved to Germany, alone with my 5-year son, I needed a babysitter, so I had a kindergarten with him. I needed a babysitter, and I paid a lot of money for that because I didn't have any family. Same story, so I got 3 more children. It was always important to have someone to help you when children are sick, when you need to travel. It was very, very demanding to organize your life. It started to be easier in 2000 when we started to have remote access. We started to use our laptops. We could work from home, and really policy of the company started to be more open. And really it helped myself and my husband. We were able to drop our children at the kindergarten, to pick up at 5 o'clock, to have a break, to enjoy family life, to play with our kids. And as far as we are working in an American company, we restarted our work and our meetings again around 8 and 9 o'clock, and we could really work until the midnight, which was fine for us, so we are really workaholics. Let me switch to some information about Europe. Can you go to the next slide, please? I was looking at working hours. So every country has different limitations, different working hours. For example, in France, we enjoy 35 hours a week schedule. In Germany, it's 38, and in UK, it's, for example, it's 41 and 2. It's data from 2004. Can you go to the next one? Flexible timing is common in many companies, and one of the most popular is the telework or work from home. And flex time, we will discuss today, is the second one. It is not the same as part-time schedule. So we will talk about working your legal time, but just organizing schedule in a different way. Can you go to the next one, please? Just to give you a definition, because it's a lot of different ways to organize your work. So you can be a part-timer, you can stagger your hours, you can have some annual hours bank, so hours account, which was introduced in Portugal, for example. So we will talk about really flexible time arrangement. That means that you can start any time, you can make a break, and then to continue again. In France, for example, in our office, many people block their calendars between 12 and 2, and they go to do sports, they run, they do some activity, and then they come back and continue to work, which really, I think, very nice to it gives you energy, and it's very, very nice to have this time scheduling. Can you go to the next one? So there are regulations in Europe, so I can talk only for Europe, so I don't have any experience outside of Europe, unfortunately. I found some information that there are rules to protect employees. At HP, as particularly, we get reminders from our HR that we cannot work without a break. So we get reminders to keep 11 hours consecutive time break within 24 hours period. In specific periods, like for example, you maybe heard that Hewlett Packard was spin-off in 2 different companies, and we were asked to work to be ready to work on weekends. We were really advised to have I think 2 days break. So if we would work on Saturday, we could not start to work on Monday again. So, and this is really important as minimum health requirements, and periods of break must be defined by the employer. So your flexibility is there, of course, but nobody will let you overwork and to really exhaust yourself. So really it must be very well regulated. If you work more than 6 hours a day, you must have a rest break. And as I said already, you need to have 24 hours rest each 7-day period. Next one. It is very interesting. So what I found when I was reading about men, so male and female attitude in terms of flexible working time, I don't have these examples in my personal experience. So in HP, we enjoy flexible timing, and I don't see that it's really male or female thing. What I have found that some requests to organize flexible timing, which would come from men, would be rejected. Maybe a question to discuss. We don't have too many male participants here, so maybe in the offline discussion we will we will hear some opinions on that. And linked to that, very interesting point on the flexible timing. If you go to the next slide, please. Next. No, next. And next. No. Okay. No. Okay. So I will. So half-time arrangements are very common for women. So women organize their days. For example, in France, we used to have schools closed on Wednesdays, and many mothers took this day as a planned day off. So they work 80%. They don't work on Wednesdays. And it's true that not too many fathers are doing this. Talking about the half-time, it is more popular in low-paid and low-growth opportunity jobs. However, flexi-timing is more common in high-skilled professions. It is used in managerial jobs, engineering jobs, and so on. It is also common in big companies. However, the difference is not too big. Only so 50% of small companies introduce flexible working hours, and in large corporation it is 62%. So the gap is not so big. Talking about culture, I will maybe ask my panelists to touch it later, or also we can discuss. In Europe, it's very common, and one of very good examples, for example, in Sweden, it's both women and men organizing their schedule to support their family life. I think I will go to the to blend this. Yeah. So to conclude, so on my personal experience, flexible working time really let me stay a professional woman, stay a full-time worker, to still have big family. I have 4 sons, and I plan to continue to work full-time, and it's really, let's say, my dream, which was fulfilled, to be financially independent and to have interesting professional life. Okay, so let's start, and I will give word to panelists. Any questions? No? So I will ask Jacqueline to give your point of view. Thank you.
So I've already introduced myself, so I just wanted to share just a personal experience because I work for a very large company, so I'm very lucky because there's an infrastructure in place. You know, Hewlett Packard Enterprise, which is the new spin-off company from Hewlett Packard. Tatiana and I now work for different companies, but prior to November last year, we worked for the same company. But we share the same governance and infrastructure across companies. We have 240,000 employees, and our revenue last year was $52 billion. So you could say we've got the infrastructure to support flexible working hours. But I'd also say it depends on what role you have. There are certain roles within the industry that require you to be working fixed hours purely so that you can build creativity with your teams. If you're in engineering, if you're developing new products, it's very hard to innovate and be creative if you're on your own. So working flexible hours. So it's much more beneficial to have that fixed. My personal experience, I have a global role. I'm a global product marketing manager for a software product. It means that I have to work around the clock. I'm up early in the morning working with Asia. During the day, Europe. And then in the evening, my colleagues in the US wake up. So what that means to me is flexible hours allows me to have a better connection, a better relationship, and therefore much more efficient in my job. I could continue my job with fixed hours if I did 9 to 5, but my relationships I build with these colleagues